Too far gone. My God is great. He does miracles so great. I love that song. And she wonders why I asked her to sing a lot. Don't you sing, Purdy? Amen. Y'all let me be seated for a moment. Man, we got a big crowd for Friday. Amen. I don't know how to actually pan the room. It's a little different than normal. Normal, just like right here, you guys. Brother Jacob, how you doing? Everybody lighten up a little bit. Praise the Lord, amen. Okay, Sister Jenny, I'm going to need you to read something for me. You got a mic and a Bible? Wait here, you just use mine. How about that? You got it. So tonight the title is Don't Forget About Your Miracles. All right. We're going to be in Exodus. You don't have to stand up because it's going to be a long text. Exodus 14, 10 through 30. Sister Jenny's going to read and I will kind of jump in and out. So if y'all want to follow along, say amen when you get there. Amen.
You ready?
All right, go ahead.
And when Pharaoh drew nigh, the children of Israel lifted up their eyes, and behold, the Egyptians marched after them, and they were sore afraid, and the children of Israel cried out unto the Lord. And they said unto Moses, Because there were no graves in Egypt, hast thou taken us away to die in the wilderness? Wherefore...
Stop there. So they were so afraid. They didn't know what was going on, right? They just thought Moses was leading them to death in the wilderness. They had plenty to eat in Egypt. But Moses said, we're going to be gone here. And so they started turning on Moses early. Keep going.
Wherefore hast thou dealt thus with us to carry us forth out of Egypt? Is not this the word that we did tell thee in Egypt, saying, Let us alone, that we may serve the Egyptians? For it had been better for us to serve the Egyptians than that we should die in the wilderness. And Moses said unto the people, Fear ye not, stand still, and see the salvation of the Lord, which he shall show to you today. For the Egyptians whom ye have seen today, ye shall see them again no more forever. The Lord shall fight for you, and ye shall hold your peace. And the Lord said unto Moses, Wherefore criest thou unto me? Speak unto the children of Israel, that they go forward. But lift thou up thy rod, and stretch out thine hand over the sea, and divide it, and the children of Israel shall go on dry ground through the midst of the sea. And I, behold, I will harden the hearts of the Egyptians, and they shall follow them, and I will get me honor upon Pharaoh, and upon his host, upon his chariots, and upon his horsemen.
Stop there. So when God does something, he does something because he wants to show everybody that he's God. He wants to have honor in all that he does. So he's not, most of the time, he's saving the Egyptians, but he wants Pharaoh to know who the Lord is, right? Keep going.
And the Egyptians shall know that I am the Lord, when I have gotten me honor upon Pharaoh. Oh, I already read that verse. Upon his chariots and upon horses. And the angel of God, which went before the camp of Israel, removed and went behind them. And the pillar of the cloud went from before their face and stood behind them. And it came between the camp of the Egyptians and the camp of Israel, and it was a cloud and darkness to them. But it gave light by night to these, so that the one came not near the other all the night. And Moses stretched out his hand over the sea, and the Lord caused the sea to go back by a strong east wind all that night, and made the sea dry land, and waters were divided. And the children of Israel went into the midst of the sea upon the dry ground, and the waters were a wall unto them on their right hand and on their left. And the Egyptians pursued and went in after them to the midst of the sea, even all Pharaoh's horses, his chariots, and his horsemen. And it came to pass that in the morning watch the Lord looked unto the host of the Egyptians through the pillar of fire and of the cloud, and troubled the host of the Egyptians, and took off their chariot wheels, that they drave them heavily, so that the Egyptians said, Let us flee from the face of Israel, for the Lord fighteth for them against the Egyptians. And the Lord said unto Moses, Stretch out thine hand over the sea, that the waters may come again upon the the Egyptians, upon their chariots, and upon their horsemen.
Okay, stop there. I know it's a lot of reading, but we're going to go somewhere with it. You got to understand, God never said that He would keep us from going through troubles.
Right.
He never said He'd keep us out of the storm, right?
Right.
Just like the Israelites, when they were led from Egypt, they're following Moses, going along, and they come up on this sea, the Red Sea. It would probably, in a perfect world, God would have just transplanted them into another place, right? Pharaoh he was hot on their trail. In a perfect world, He would just move them. But that's not the way God works. God wanted everybody to see that He's going to, what God's going to do.
Right.
So when they got to the sea, He made a road. Whoa. And you hear me? You may change mics. Testing. You hungry? Hello? Brother Connor, you want to come do this for me?